In a kingdom bathed in golden sunlight, a wise king named Solomon ruled. His fame for justice and wisdom spread far and wide, drawing people from all corners of the land seeking his counsel. But one day, a case unlike any other would test the very depths of his understanding. It was a dispute that would become a legend, a testament to a wisdom that seemed to come from a place beyond the mortal realm. Imagine the grand hall of the palace, sunlight streaming through high windows, illuminating the intricate carvings on the walls. The air is thick with anticipation. Before the king's throne stand two women, their faces etched with sorrow and desperation. Between them, a single, tiny baby, wrapped in a simple cloth, lies sleeping, unaware of the storm raging around him. One woman steps forward, her voice trembling with emotion. "Oh, great King Solomon," she begins, tears welling in her eyes. "This woman and I, we live in the same house. We both gave birth to sons, just days apart." She points to the other woman, whose face is a mask of stoicism. "But during the night," she continues, her voice cracking, "her son, he passed away. And while I slept, she crept to my side, took my living son, and placed her deceased child next to me." Her words hang in the silent hall. "When I woke in the morning to feed my baby," she sobs, "I found he was gone. It was not my son. I looked closely, and I knew. She has stolen my child." The court murmurs, a wave of shock and pity washing over the onlookers. The accusation is severe, a mother's worst nightmare brought to life. Then, the second woman speaks, her voice sharp and defiant. "No, she is lying," she exclaims, pointing an accusing finger back. "The living child is mine, and the one who is gone is hers." Her denial is just as passionate, her eyes burning with an intensity that matches the first woman's grief. She holds her ground, unwavering. The court is thrown into confusion. Two mothers, one living child, and two conflicting stories. There were no witnesses in the dead of night. It was one woman's word against the other. How could anyone possibly know the truth? The people in the hall look at each other, their faces filled with doubt. It seems an impossible puzzle, a knot that cannot be untied. King Solomon sits on his throne, his expression unreadable. He listens patiently, his gaze shifting from one woman to the other. He sees the raw pain in the first woman's eyes and the fierce denial in the second's. He knows that conventional methods of justice won't work here. The truth is hidden deep within the human heart, and only a key of profound wisdom could unlock it. The king leans forward, a hush falling over the entire hall. Everyone waits, holding their breath, for the king's judgment. What will he do? How can he possibly discern the truth from the lies? The fate of a child, the future of a mother, rests entirely on his next words. This is the moment that will define his reign. After a long, tense silence, King Solomon finally speaks. His voice is calm but carries an undeniable authority that echoes through the vast chamber. The first woman says, "This is my son, who is alive, and your son is the one who passed," and the other says, "No. Your son is the one who is gone, and my son is the living one." He recaps the impossible situation, letting the weight of it settle upon everyone present. Then, he turns to one of his guards and gives an order that sends a gasp of horror through the crowd. "Bring me a sword." The command is so shocking, so unexpected, that people can hardly believe what they've heard. A sword. Why would the king need a sword to solve a dispute about a baby? Fear and confusion ripple through the hall. A guard returns, holding a long, gleaming sword, its polished blade reflecting the sunlight. He presents it to the king. The two women watch, their faces now pale with dread. What is he going to do? The atmosphere is electric with suspense. The baby continues to sleep peacefully, oblivious to the terrifying turn of events. King Solomon looks at the child, then at the sword. His next words are even more shocking than the first. "Since both of you claim the child," he announces, his voice ringing with cold, hard logic, "there is only one fair way to settle this." He raises his hand, gesturing toward the infant. "Cut the living child in two, and give half to the one and half to the other." A collective cry of disbelief and terror erupts from the crowd. The guards themselves hesitate, their hands trembling. Could the wise King Solomon truly be so cruel? Is this his justice? To destroy the very thing both women claim to love. The second woman, the one who had been so defiant, simply nods. "Yes," she says, her voice hard as stone. let it be neither mine nor hers. Divide him. Her words are like ice, chilling everyone to the bone. But at that very moment, the first woman, the one who had cried from the start, lunges forward. She throws herself at the king's feet, her body racked with desperate sobs. "No, my lord, please, no," she pleads, her voice a raw scream of anguish. "Do not harm the child, give him to her. Just let him live. Please, let him live." In that instant, everything becomes clear, the puzzle is solved. King Solomon's eyes, which had been stern and unyielding, now soften with understanding. He had not been seeking to divide a child, but to divide truth from falsehood. He had laid a trap not for the body, but for the heart, and the truth had just revealed itself. The king raises his hand, and the tension in the room breaks like a fever. "Stop," he commands the guard with the sword. He looks down at the weeping woman at his feet, then at the other woman, whose face is now a mixture of shock and defeat. The king's voice, now filled with gentle authority, fills the hall one last time. "Give the living child to the first woman," he declares. "Do not harm him in any way. For she is his true mother." His judgment is simple, yet profound. He explains, a true mother's love is selfless. She would rather give up her child than see him come to any harm. The first woman's heart had yearned for her son's life, even if it meant losing him forever. That was the undeniable proof. Relief and awash over the court, the guard lowers his sword. The first woman looks up, her face streaked with tears, but this time, they are tears of overwhelming joy and gratitude. She gently takes her baby into her arms, holding him close, showering his face with kisses. The child, now awake, looks up at his mother, safe and sound. The people in the hall begin to cheer, their voices echoing in praise of the king. They had witnessed not an act of cruelty, but an act of incredible wisdom. King Solomon had revealed the truth not by force, but by understanding the deepest of all human emotions, a mother's love. The story of Solomon's judgment spread throughout the kingdom and beyond. People revered the king, for they saw that the wisdom of God was in him to do justice. He had shown that true wisdom isn't just about knowing facts or laws. It's about understanding the heart, and that the most powerful force for justice is often compassion. And so, the legend of the wise king and the two mothers lived on, a timeless lesson for all generations to come. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales of wisdom and history. We'll see you in the next video.